Breaking news is shaking the entire NBA world. An absolutely massive trade has just been confirmed, and the Golden State Warriors are right in the middle of it. A superstar from the Milwaukee Bucks is reportedly heading to the Bay Area in a blockbuster move that could completely change the balance of power in the Western Conference. Just as Anthony Edwards is climbing the NBA ladder and challenging the league's legends, the Warriors have made their boldest move yet to stay on top. With Steph Curry still playing like an MVP and now receiving serious reinforcement, Golden State is saying loud and clear, they're not ready to give up the crown. Is this the comeback of the dynasty? Stay tuned, this changes everything. Just when we thought the NBA trade market had settled, the Golden State Warriors have delivered a thunderous move that has everyone talking. It's been confirmed a super trade involving a major Bucks star is now in motion to reinforce the Warriors lineup. The league is buzzing, insiders are scrambling, and fans are holding their breath as the details continue to unfold. In the middle of it all is the biggest question of the season: can the Warriors find a way to stay on top while the league's young superstars like Anthony Edwards are charging full steam ahead? Because if there was ever a time to strike, it's now. And Golden State knows it. The move couldn't come at a more crucial moment. The Western Conference is more competitive than ever, with emerging talents like Anthony Edwards lighting the league on fire and threatening to dethrone even the most established legends. Edwards, the Timberwolves' explosive guard, is no longer just a rising star, he's a serious force, dominating games with his combination of speed, strength, and confidence. Every game he plays feels like a message to the league: he's not coming, he's already here. And his next target? Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. That's why this latest trade is more than just about acquiring talent, it's about survival, resurgence, and legacy. The Warriors are at a critical crossroads. Steph Curry is still elite, but the clock is ticking. Draymond Green is aging. Klay Thompson is a shell of his former self on some nights. And the supporting cast hasn't always stepped up the way fans hoped. Management knows this. They feel the pressure. And they've finally decided to respond, not with a quiet shuffle of role players, but with a massive move that screams urgency. The trade in question involves none other than Chris Middleton, the all-star forward from the Milwaukee Bucks. For years, Middleton has been Giannis Antetokounmpo's most trusted teammate, the silent assassin who knocks down threes, plays tough defense, and rises in big moments. But with the Bucks reevaluating their core following a disappointing playoff run and chemistry issues between Giannis and the rest of the team, Milwaukee has decided it's time to shake things up. Golden State swooped in at just the right time. They've reportedly offered a package including Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and multiple first-round picks in exchange for Middleton. Some may question whether Middleton is worth that price, but for the Warriors, the answer is simple. They need stability. They need a two-way wing who can score without disrupting the offense and defend the league's top perimeter threats. Middleton checks all those boxes. Imagine this lineup: Steph Curry at the point, Klay Thompson at the 2, Chris Middleton at the 3, Draymond Green anchoring the 4, and Kevin Looney or possibly even Kai Sato at center. That's a unit built for playoff basketball. That's a group that can shoot, defend, switch, and close games with experience. Middleton won't overshadow Curry, he'll complement him. He'll provide the kind of consistent production and defensive effort the Warriors have sorely missed, especially when Klay or Andrew Wiggins have struggled. But the context here is bigger than just the Warriors' needs. The league is changing rapidly. Players like Anthony Edwards aren't waiting for their moment, they're taking it. Edwards has already led the Timberwolves to deep playoff contention and has put every team on notice. He's outplaying veterans, leading his squad with confidence beyond his years, and carrying himself like a future MVP. He's exactly the type of player that can single-handedly flip a series. And if the Warriors aren't careful, he could be the one to end their dynasty for good. That's what makes this trade such a statement. Golden State isn't just preparing for the playoffs, they're preparing for war. They know that to survive in today's NBA, you need more than just talent, you need depth, experience, and guys who won't back down when the lights are brightest. Middleton brings that. He's been through the fire. He's hit clutch shots on the biggest stage. He knows what it takes to win a title, and he's not afraid of anyone. It's also worth noting how this trade impacts the Warriors' locker room and long-term future. Jonathan Kuminga has shown flashes of greatness. He's athletic, explosive, and still very young. But his inconsistency, combined with questions about his role and development under Steve Kerr, made him a tradable asset. The Warriors are no longer a rebuilding team. They're not interested in waiting 3 more years for Kuminga to become a star. They want to win now. Middleton, while older, fits that timeline perfectly. And don't forget about Kai Sotto. The Warriors have been keeping a close eye on the 7'3" Filipino sensation, and there's real belief that he could be a unique piece in their puzzle. Adding a defensive-minded center with length and offensive upside like Sotto gives Golden State an entirely new look. They've never had a big quite like him, and while he's still developing, the potential is enormous. With Middleton providing scoring and leadership on the wing, Sotto would have the time and structure to grow into his role without pressure. All eyes are now on how this new-look Warriors team will stack up against today's juggernauts. The Nuggets with Jokic are a problem. The Timberwolves with Edwards are surging. The Thunder, Suns, and Mavericks all have elite talent. But the Warriors aren't just relying on nostalgia anymore, they're adapting. They're building a roster that can defend, shoot, and most importantly, think the game at a championship level. It's not just about athleticism, it's about execution. For Steph Curry, this move is a lifeline. He's still one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the world, but he needs help. Defenses are loading up on him more than ever, and without reliable options beside him, his brilliance often goes to waste. Middleton changes that dynamic. Defenders won't be able to collapse on Curry without risking a wide-open jumper from Middleton. And that's before we even talk about what it means for Klay Thompson, who could finally return to a more comfortable off-ball role where he thrives. There's also a sense of urgency that this might be the last shot for the core trio of Curry, Klay, and Draymond. Time doesn't wait, and neither do rising stars like Edwards. The NBA is evolving faster than ever, and teams that sit still get left behind. The Warriors are refusing to be left behind. This trade is their declaration that they're still in it to win it. They're not just chasing one last playoff run, they're chasing another title. As the news continues to develop, fans are reacting in every possible way. Some are emotional about seeing Kuminga go. Others are hyped about Middleton's arrival. Analysts are split, debating whether Golden State gave up too much or made the right call. But there's one thing everyone can agree on: this is the biggest swing the Warriors have taken in years. And with Curry still playing at an